Hello, welcome. This is Tim's Maniac Sports. Maniac Tim here. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. It's a little bit later at night than I really like to be, so I probably won't be on um, too long tonight. Hope everybody has a good day, a good time. Um, Wishing everybody a Merry Christmas this weekend. Over here in Michigan, we are going to be getting a storm, at least in West Michigan. Uh, I don't know how it's going to be in Detroit, of course, where the Lions are playing in Carolina. So let's just take a look at what's going to go on. Lions are red hot right now. Sure, you look at it, they faced a real good defense last week, was able to come up with a victory, uh, actually, over the quarterbacks of the Carolina Panthers former team. And the former team, of course, Sam Donald was the New York Jets quarterback for a lot of years. He was drafted. Actually, his team ended up beating the Lions in his rookie season. So, and actually, they lambasted us when they played. So it was not pretty at all. We got manhandled basically by a rookie quarterback. Of course, we had Matthew Stafford, but that was back then. Right now, and of course, that was Matt Patricia's. Like I think that was his first real game at coaching. So that's the way his regime started. Well, now we're past it. We each Donald has a different team, and the Detroit Lions have a different quarterback. And last year we were saying Jared Goff was awful, couldn't do anything. But hey, this year is a totally different story. Jared Goff is one of the hottest quarterbacks right now. He's throwing downfield. He's completing passes. He's using the players, the receivers around him. The Lions have a red hot offense. I know they were not able to score in the red zone last week. Well, they did score, but they got that one score taken away due to a holding call. Pity patty holding call, in my opinion, especially the second one. After that one, two holding calls, and some of those holding calls look a little suspicious. I really think, I really don't think the refs are trying to um, make the Jets win, but I do think they were trying to keep the Lions from pulling away and trying to more or less uh, keep control of the game because that would have been would have brought us up to a 14 nothing lead at that point, and who knows what they could have added on. It changed momentum. I'm not saying it was a bad call. I'm saying that it did look a little weak, in my opinion. However, in saying that, the Lions give credit to the Detroit Lions because, hey, penalties used to kill victories. Now they're not. So, let's take a look at it. The refs, did call a lot more penalties on us last week. But looking forward, hey, Detroit Lions, oh, Sam Donald, Sam Donald something. They owe him an ass kicking. That's what they owe. They owe that Sam Donald ass kicking for what he did when he led. I mean, hey, not saying that he didn't, because at that time the Jets were a better team, but this is a cat fight. This is actually to be who is a better cat in the NFL. You know, as we all know, as we all know, Lions, Detroit Lions are considered are not Detroit Lions, but the animal, the Lions are considered, the, the king of the jungle. Well, right now the way the Lions are playing, they got to be considered at least the king of the NFC North. I mean, hey, not to take anything away from Minnesota. Minnesota won those 11 games to get them into the championship. I already congratulated. However, I did see it. I did talk to a Minnesota fan at work today. He he's kind of like, well, was it bad play calling? Why the coach didn't go ahead and try to run the clock out? I didn't see the game. I really can't say too much of this about the game in Minnesota, but hey, from at least his opinion at work, the guy that I mean, he was dressed in a Minnesota jersey, and stuff like that, and he had told me he didn't, actually said he thought that game was fixed, but I didn't see the game, so I really don't want to comment. But hey, I just think that the Red Hot Lions offense and the much improved defense is going to be too much for Carolina to handle. You know, hey, Lions just got to get it done. Keep winning. Keep winning. They win out. If they win out, then they're in the playoffs. And the other teams that got to lose too. I mean, hey, we got to hope that the Giants lose. We got to hope that the Seahawks lose. Seahawks are playing a great team. They're playing Patrick Mahomes. That's good. And the Commanders, they're playing. Uh, I heard I think they're playing Philadelphia or something like. Or no, Commanders are playing the 49ers, and the 49ers are red hot or something like. I could actually see one. I don't want to get this wrong, so I will come back. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. So actually, hey, Seattle lost to the 49ers. That's great. The Vikings. I got last week's. Excuse me. Okay. So yeah, I was right. Seattle is going to be playing the Kansas City Chiefs. All right. So Patrick Mahone and company. All right, and let's see. Washington is playing the San Francisco 49ers, okay? And they're both are going to be tough games for them. Um, okay. Hope Green Bay loses to the Dolphins. Let's hope that. And let's see, who are the Giants? Uh, do the Giants play? Oh, and New York is at the Vikings. That's the Vikings already The Vikings are already winning, patching things up, having a home field advantage. You never know, how the Vikings. But the Vikings could be. They're they got at least win. They. I'm sure they're trying to buy for that first. uh, for that one bye that you get in the NFC. So, but they are behind the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't really. I think Philadelphia would need to lose all their games in order to do that. Uh, because Philadelphia has only lost one game, and yeah, the 13-1, and of course the Vikings are 11-3. So Minnesota would need to win the rest of their games, and Philadelphia would need to lose the rest of their games the uh, in order for Minnesota to be able to get that spot. That and I don't see Minnesota losing the rest of their or winning the rest. I don't see Minnesota could win the rest of the games, but I do not see the Eagles losing the rest of the games. That's just something that I don't think is going to happen. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome, Tim's Maniac Sports. I see I got two viewers. Welcome all. Yeah, just want to thank you guys for coming in. Hit that like button, subscribe. I got one person watching on Twitch, and I got one person that was watching on Maniac Sports, or Tim's Maniac Sports, on YouTube, but that person now is not there. Sorry for the late dip. I had some errands to run, then I had to go gas up my vehicle. So right after work, so I got on a little bit later than I thought. But I just think, but and thank you guys for coming on, watching me. Any comments? Please feel free. What do you guys think of the game? What's your prediction? What do you think are the lines? I mean, there's. I'll tell you what. I have not seen as much people come out of the closet as far as for the lines as you've seen now. Because I mean, there's something different. I mean, there's okay to put it different. This team is not a team that you're thinking are winning by a prayer. These these wins are like more legit. They don't seem like they're lucky wins. All right, that's the way I want to put it. They seem like they're a team that's getting better, that finally has came together and developing into a good team. And no matter what happens at the end of the season, this team has grown. All right. This team has grown. I mean, we all want to see the Lions make the playoffs. If you're a Lions fan, you want to see it. You want to see them. I want to see them win the rest of their games because hey, my prediction was 10 wins or better. That was my prediction. And in order for me to even in order for me to even get that my lowest part of it, because that was my floor. All right. I know other people didn't have as much faith in me or in the team as I did. All right. Uh, as far as to get so people when I said 10 wins, those were my expectations because I felt they were better. Now, I didn't think that they would turn around like they turned around after going 1-6, but they have. They and this is great. And man, to go ahead and have a team come together like this, to go ahead and get the respect, to go ahead and have the national media saying nobody wants to face this team in the playoffs. Nobody. I mean, hey, challenge after challenge after challenge. I mean, lately the Lions have came away with a victory. And there's been close games. There's been blowouts, but there's been close games. There's been games where the other team has had the ball at the end of the game and still could not come up with a victory. And I mean, Chicago had the ball. Green Bay had the ball and could not muster a victory. Of course, the Jets had the ball. Giants did not have a chance. Okay. Um, the Jaguars, they did not have a chance. And, as far as an NFL, you have two cats, or two other cats beside the Lions. Actually, three other cats because the Bengals are taggers too. So I guess in order to have that cat fight, we'll need to meet him in the Super Bowl because that's the only way you're going to be able to do that. So this season. So if the Lions and the Bengals go to the Super Bowl, wow, 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 that would be something. That'd be that would be something. That would be great. Am I saying the Lions are going to be in Super Bowl? Who knows? Who knows what could happen? You guys want to say Maniac Tim with his messed up haircut and all this other stuff with his messed up mohawk is going crazy? You may say that. I don't care because hey, the Detroit Lions can go ahead and can win some games. And I'm not saying they're that team, they're ready yet for the Super Bowl, but hey, I'm not going to count them out, because and there's a lot of people want to see how Philadelphia's progress too, you know, as far as, they only beat us by like 3 points, Philadelphia, and that was first game of the year. Our defense wasn't working, but heck, I do know if we play Minnesota in playoff, or not Minnesota, um, Philadelphia. If we play Philadelphia in the playoffs, you know, um, it's going to be at Philadelphia outside in the cold, so we'll get to see what goes on there. But once again, I do want to thank you guys for watching. I think I know who's on Twitch watching me. I do want to thank you. I also want to send people over to watch oh Dexter. Anybody who's on Twitch, go ahead, check out my friend Dexter um on or Pup Dexter, whatever it is. Check out him. He's a Twitch streamer. Uh, Subscribe to his channel. He's real great friend of mine. But Lions just need to figure out a way to beat the Carolina Panthers one game at a time. You got Carolina, then you got the Bears, and then the last game will be at Lambeau Field, and we want to lambaste the Packers at Lambeau Field, the last game of the year. I kind of like that. Lambaste the Packers at Lambeau. But with that, I am going to close out. Well, no, maybe I won't close out. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Maniac Sports. I see I got another viewer on Facebook. Thank you for coming in and watching. Uh, I just want to thank you. I'm probably not going to be on here too much longer. Uh, but anybody is welcome. Any questions, comments, or about this show? Anybody who wants to be a guest on my show? I know I've been saying that. We will try to set you up. But hey, what do you guys think as far as for the game? Do you think the Lions are going to be able to beat the Panthers? Do you think that Lions will give Sam Donald all that he wants. Do you think that Jared Goff will be the better quarterback and be able to get get the Lions past the get a little bit of revenge on Sam Donald? You know, as far as for what he did to the Lions um, in his rookie game, his rookie opener. I mean, you know, that game when he was with the Jets just went ahead and it was ugly. It was ugly. 100%. So with Sam Darnold being now over at Carolina, all right, um, I think it's time to get a little bit of revenge on him. Um, okay, I did want to go ahead and tell you guys I didn't mention this on Detroit Lions on the Proud Free for All Friday last week, but I did want to share this on my channel too. Um, as far as for being a real honorable mention, as far as for a maniac grandmother to say, uh, well, our friends at work, one of my friends at work, he was telling me that my friend Jeff, uh, he's a Dallas Cowboy fan, but his wife is a Detroit Lions fan. Okay. Well, his granddaughter was over their house watching the game, and the granddaughter said, "Well, why do they call them? Why do they call them Lions? Why do they call them the Detroit Lions? Aren't the Lions supposed to be?" And this was a few years back. You know, he didn't say who was the coach at the time, but I wouldn't been surprised it was Matt Patricia. But she goes, why do they call them lions? All right. And she went forth to go ahead and say that they should be called the kitty cats because the lions are the king of the jungle and this team stinks. And at that time, yeah, they did. So grandma heard her granddaughter talking to grandpa and said, "What did you say?" Well, she repeated what she said. Well, grandma said, "No, you don't ditch my lions over in my house." So what did grandma go ahead and do? Grandma called up her daughter and told her daughter to come and pick up uh, the granddaughter right now. Bring her home. Well, her daughter said, "Hey, what did she do?" Well, she ended up sending her granddaughter home because she was so mad that she was ditching the Lions. You don't ditch the Lions in front of your grandma if you're a Lions fan. Even if you're the beloved granddaughter, you don't ditch grandma's team. I just thought that was so funny. So, in honor of that, I want to, and I'm sorry I can't remember her name, but she is going to be the maniac grandmother of the season for doing that because hey, we all know how grandmas love their granddaughters, and grandkids. So that's just a little bit funny story to end on. But this is Maniac Tim signing off, and New Year's Day, where am I going to be? I'm going to be at the game watching the Detroit Lions. Once again, everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. I will try to stream again tomorrow, uh, sometime. I don't know how late, But go Maniac Sports, go Detroit Lions, go Detroit Lions on Pro. Um, Everybody, make sure you check out Lions Nation Unite. Subscribe, like, press the likes on this channel, and also please, if you guys are watching on Facebook, um, appreciate it. But I also, I mean, the channel I really want to grow is Tim's Maniac Sports YouTube. That's where I really want to grow. And as far as I know, I still got one. I get one more subscriber. I need to do like three shows out in the snow, cold weather. So once I get 50 subscribers, I'm gonna do that. Uh, I get 100 subscribers. I was gonna get a mohawk, but I already did it. So, but I will when I get 100 subscribers. I will dye my hair. Hey, Grandizers 12, how's it going? How's it going? How's your day at work going? Um, it's nice to hear from you. And hey, how's it going? Yes, this is a Megatron jersey. Yes, it is. It's a little tight on me. I need to lose a little weight to kind of fit into it on the stomach area. But yeah, Megatron number 81 for sure, for sure. Yes, it's sweet. If you check out my Facebook, I got a picture of me and my friend Michael from work. He's doing. He has on a real sharp Barry Sanders jersey. We took a picture at work. It's on Facebook, uh, my Facebook group. So just go ahead and check that out. Yeah, unfortunately, you get to see my big old gut, but oh well. And thank you for and I do appreciate it. So how's it going? And what brings out the maniac in you? All right, what brings out the maniac in you? Now I'll tell you what. You know what brings out the maniac in me? Anytime the Lions beat the Packers. Anytime the Lions beat the Packers, that's going to bring out the maniac in me. Anytime the Lions win, actually, and what do I mean by bring out the maniac? What gets you to basically act like a fool when you're watching a game? Yes, it's true. We hate the Packers. Exactly. We do. No, no Packers love loss here. No Packers. But and like I was saying, what I want to do. Okay, actually, I'm gonna put this. And like I said, hello to Grandizer 12. Okay, uh, SPG cards. Thank you. And this was the answer for the Megatron. And of course, we hate the Packers. Yep. Okay, cool. We do hate the Packers. And what I'm saying, last game of the year, what do I want to do? What do I want to do to the Packers? I want the Lions to lambaste the Packers at Lambeau Field. Basically, I want them to open up a can of whip ass and go ahead and beat the Packers up and down the field. It's going to be hard to do at Lambeau Field, but you know what? This could be the year that the Lions do it. This could be the year that the Lions beat the Packers both games this year. What do you want the Lions to do in the draft? I want the Lions to actually build that defense up. Um, we still need secondary help. We need We also need some good linebackers. It would be also, it would be also darn good to go ahead and see. Well, Houston's doing good on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson. I really want to see them shore up that defense a bit more. There's still a lot of holes in there. I do think at some point we do need to get a quarterback, not only to, you know, I'm not saying I'm not one of these golf haters, okay? All right. But I do know eventually we're going to need to have that decision as far we need a better quarterback in case golf gets hurt, okay? We need that for sure. All right. We need somebody that's going to be able to step in. So I would like to see them at some point get a quarterback. But I if there's somebody that's actually good enough to do that. All right. Unleash the Maniac. Tim's Maniac Sports. Hell yeah, Granddaddy's 12. Excuse us for me. I really shouldn't be. All right. Thank you for the comment. All right. Super Gang. Them. Them. Super Gang them. EVKO. Thank you for your comment. All right. Cool. All right. NFC North standing. Vikings 11-3. Lions 7-7. Lucky sevens. Yes. All right. And Packers 5-8. Bears 3-11. I'm not gonna be wearing no Bears gear, Vince. You're gonna be wearing Lions gear. All right. Lions remaining schedule. 7-7. Carolina, Chicago, and Green Bay. Yes. All winnable games, but not sure wins. Okay. Because you still got to go in there and play, and you cannot underestimate or overestimate your opponent. Either one of those are detrimental to your winning, because we have seen before in the past. But I don't think this Lions team is that same Lions team where the Lions went ahead and they were playing so good and they beat a great team. Then they go ahead and they underestimate their opponent and they play like crap against somebody they should win, should beat. So we don't want to see that. Okay, Panthers. Detroit Lions versus Carolina Panthers history. Okay, the two teams have met each other 10 times, with the Lions winning 3 games and the Panthers winning 7 games. Oh, you know what? It's about time the Lions win 4 games. Okay, Panthers lead the series 7-3. And you know what? What really sucks about that? Okay, and plain and simple, I'm going to say that Panthers are an expansion team. So that just shows how in the past we've had bad teams, you know. Okay, game day weather forecast clear throughout the day. 28 Fahrenheit, winds at 10 miles per hour. Okay, all right. So it's not going to be a real warm day in Carolina, but it's not going to be snowy and cold. Well, 24 ain't warm, that's for sure. But uh, Lions are also proving they can win on the road. That's too true. Okay. I said that, not him. Detroit Lions are favored by 3 over and under 44.5 via DraftKings. And see, that's how the Lions are actually getting self-recognized. All right. Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield. And when the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer. The brave, rah, 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 go Lions, win the game. With honor, you will keep your fame down the field and gain a Lion victory. Go Line! Roar! All right. Easy opinion on sweet potatoes. Okay, sweet. Now, if that's a player, I don't know, but if it's just sweet potatoes, I don't care for them. Actually, I haven't really followed that much. One left to follow. Yes, one left. Then I gotta go ahead. So did you subscribe also on um on YouTube too? Okay. So actually, I got two people watching me on Tim's Maniac Sports and one on Maniac Sports Twitter. I do really want to thank you guys for following me and for listening to me. Lions dude Frank Ragnow, only Detroit Lions player picked for the Pro Bowl, playing out of his mind. Yep, that's for sure. Detroit Free Press, and yes, I was sure there. Thank you for your comment. Exactly. All aboard, Lion type train. Let's go. Yeah. Keep it going. You know what? What feeds the hype? Winning, winning, winning. You win, you win, you win. You go ahead. Even close games, like my friend Chris at work. He told me what brings out the maniac in him. He likes a close game. Well, heck, last Sunday, last Sunday he got his wish, and he had a close game, but the Lions still won out. So, Chris at work, maintenance friend of mine. Thank you for your comments as far as what brings out the maniac in you. Um, and as far as for Kevin at work, what brings out the maniac in him? Okay, Kevin at work, yeah, I spend a lot of time at work, so a lot of my friends are at work. But what brings out the maniac in him is that in order for him to have fun in sports, he needs his bet. That's what he did. And I know as a fact that Kevin put a bet on for the Lions to go ahead and win the rest of their game and make the playoffs. I think he also said something about Super Bowl in there. I don't want him to be misquoted or anything like that, but I know he, he's really becoming a Lions fan. All right. So, and he's actually a Brady fan. So he went from being a Patriot fan to being a Tampa Bay fan. But okay. Lions news from sack to contender. How the Lions became the talk of the NFL. The Guardian. Tim was there. Actually, I do gotta read that article for sure. Because hey, I mean they were the dumb, I mean, and it was, how do I put this? When you suffer through years of losses, years of embarrassment, years of people actually leaving the team because leaving the loyalty because the Lions have not produced over the years. Then giving those straws of hope that you have, those 1-2 seasons every once in a while that but now, I mean, this is something different. Now, I have not been as excited about the Lions on how they're playing as, I mean, you would need to look way back. 1991 year. I mean, yeah, I know they had a much better record. 1991, 12-4, their best season ever. Went to the NFC championship game, of course, 1991. But that's the excitement I'm feeling now. And even some of those victories seemed like some of those you were still holding your breath. Is this real? Right now, I'm not holding my breath. I see this is real. So that's the difference. This team is developing into a winning team, into a winning franchise. You know, I mean, hey, if they were in the NFC South, they would be in the playoffs. You know, that's just the way it is. Lions news. Detroit Lions are lifting their fans in a way they haven't in decades. Heck yeah. Can they keep it up, Detroit Free Press? You know what? They can. They can, and I think next year it's going to be even better. And they cannot be. I mean, they we cannot go next year and have a terrible year. Not after having a year that you had right now. And I think the growth that we have seen, and who knows, next year, Jamison Williams, who knows? He gets a training camp under his belt. You know, he gets to go ahead and work out with golf in training camp and all the mini camps and all this other stuff. Who knows? The sky can be the limit. And no, it's not only him, but that's one added weapon that we will have fully next year. So that's going to make a difference. Okay, Lions news. Jared Goff set new record, new Lions franchise records. Jared Goff has the longest active streak in the NFL of throwing with throwing without being intercepted. That's for sure. I mean, it's just so awesome. You know, Jared Goff, you know, Jared Goff is really stepped up to the plate, man. And I'll tell you what, I mean, there's so many uh players on that Lions team that have stepped up. But when you are leading a team like Jared Goff, um, it just shows, and last year was a terrible situation. He had to fill the shoes of Matthew Stafford. A lot of people that went ahead and seen Matthew Stafford being that final piece to the Rams to take him to the Super Bowl. And then Jared Goff more or less was thrown to a pack of wolves where they were where the talent was depleted. Okay. Now, in 1 year's time, he has changed from being known as being Goffle to being great. I mean, and still he hasn't gotten the one over completely as far as a lot of the fans because hey, you have Stafford haters, you have Golf haters, you had Stafford likers, Stafford's lovers, as far as for on how he played and stuff like that. So that was a big shoes for him to fill. All right. But look where the two teams are right now. They're actually they're actually in reverse because the Rams are going nowhere. Of course, Matthew Stafford is hurt. The Rams, they're not doing anything. But in saying that, let's get back to the comments. Okay, Lions news, NFL playoff clinch scenario. How Detroit Lions can secure a playoff spot before Week 18 Pride of Detroit. Tim was there, and I did actually hear that, So uh, we own the night. Heck yeah. And you know what? The Lions. Okay, I'm going to say this. Maybe I shouldn't. All right. Lions roar. Maybe not the best, but my throat's getting sore. Okay. Panthers roar. Okay. Okay, maybe that's going a little overboard. We'll give them a little Panthers roar. Okay. But you know what? Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. This is going to be a victory for the Detroit Lions. They still got to get there. They still got to win. Um, and you know what? In the last two out of the three games, or they were favored to win. So, well, you're counting this game, you know. So they actually were favored to win against Minnesota, and they were also favored, and of course they're favored to win now against. Were they favored to win against the Jets? I really can't remember. I thought the Jets were like 1.5 points favored. I'm not exactly for sure. I can't remember, but I know that. Happy holiday season greetings. Merry Christmas. All right. Happy holiday season greetings. Merry Christmas to Tim, your family, and all of your wonderful viewers. Cheers. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. And hey, happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas. Definitely season greetings. Um, hey, and also go ahead, Miami Dolphins. Go ahead and beat the Packers. That'd be great. Jets were favored. That's what I thought. Wasn't it like by 1.5 or something like that? Jets were favored. Or was it 3 points or something? But the Lions have surprised a lot of people. Uh, but it's not becoming surprised anymore. People are and that's becoming they're becoming a credited team, and that's what's I mean, yes, it was a surprise to even me when they beat the Packers the first time. I was thinking, to be honest, I was thinking that after we lost TJ Hawkinson, I was thinking the Packers were going to go ahead and beat us, but boy was I wrong. Yeah, boy was I wrong. So and since then the Lions really have not looked back. I mean, yeah, we lost to Buffalo, which was another, which was it was one of those games where it could have went either way, barring a unsportsmanlike conduct. And yes, that was roughing the passer, and like yes, that should have been caught. Who knows what would have happened if that one wouldn't have been caught? You know, but so they've been taking to task teams that that are established. Okay, Lions news. How the Lions can make the playoffs for the first time since 2016 is playing fan dad Tim was there. Yeah, of course they gotta go ahead and the freaking Seattle needs to lose to Kansas City. Uh, the um, Commanders. We need that. Of course, the Lions need to win. Number one, Lions need to keep on winning. All right. Uh, Commanders also need to go ahead and lose to 49ers. I remember Jim liked to call them the 40 whiners. you know, and Lions need to keep on winning. Lions need to beat the Bears. That's what we need, you know. Lions need, and hey, Bears are not going to be just you cannot go ahead and just because the Bears only have 3 wins say hey the Lions are going to go ahead and just be because this is a rivalry team, and as anybody who knows football, anybody who knows the NFC North, and I know it's not only the NFC North. There's other of these divisions too, where your division opponents know you the best. And they know your weaknesses, they know your strengths. But and hey, Justin Fields, another running quarterback. If you take a look at last week's game, you know the Philadelphia Eagles went ahead and was barely able to beat the Chicago Bears. So Chicago Bears are not a kickover team, So and of course was running quarterbacks give the Lions fits. So, but do we be afraid of them? No, we just go in there and we kick their butts. That's what we got to do. We got to go in there, and just take it to them. We cannot let off the gas pedal in the scoring, though. You know, kind of, the Colts. They, the Colts, they went ahead and they let the gas pedal on the scoring uh, against Minnesota, and what happened? All right. Okay, so let me just see. Lions news. O-line has allowed 19 sacks, tied for the fewest in the NFL. Yeah, definitely. Most rushing yards, 1,765 through 14 games since 1998. Most rushing TDs, wow, 19 since 1981. Wow, that's a long time. Fan dead, and Tim was there. But what that was a long time ago since 1981. Wow. Wow. And see, that's where when they went ahead and decided to build that O line up, it's and then to also go ahead and add. I mean, we had some of the pieces. All right, you know that Jamal Williams. Whoever would have thought that he would have went ahead and picked up the mantle and mantle baton, whatever you want to call it, and become the leading rusher and pick up the slack when DeAndre Swift was down. Who would have ever thought that? We all thought talent-wise, DeAndre Swift was the better of the two. But, as far as in availability, as far as in scoring those points, you take a look and um, Williams Williams did it. All right. Okay. Lions news. The Detroit Lions are the talk of the NFL. Nobody wants to play them. Exactly. Detroit Free Press. Tim was there. Definitely. Lions versus the Packers. Cat fight. Cat fight. No pity for the other kitty. That's for sure. Growl. Meow. Sounds scratching his hissing, yelling, and growling. Yeah. And you know what it is? It's to be the king of the NFL if you're a cat. It's That's what it is. And last I knew, Packers Packers. Yeah. Lions are the king of the jungle. And you know what? The Packers don't own these Lions. They may own the Bears, but they do not own the Lions. Lions news, two data points outline what Detroit Lions have done in history. They are up against Sidelines report. And Tim was there. Cool. Damn. Okay. Excuse the language. Excuse language. All right. So my predictions of the game 35-14 Lions. 35-14. That's going to be I think the Lions are going to be able to uh, put up at least 35 points, and I think I think our defense will be able to hold the Panthers, Sam Darnold and company, to 14 points. Okay, Lions news. OC offensive coordinator Ben Johnson knew fourth down call that beat the Jets would be explosive. Michigan Live at was there. Yep, M Live. Yeah, that's for sure. Ben Johnson, what he has done, you know, I mean, we have had Lombardi, we have had we have had Mike Martz, we have had all kinds of offensive coordinators. But the guy that's establishing the name for the Detroit Lions, the guy that went ahead and worked with his quarterback, went ahead and tailor made the offense to suit the abilities of the quarterback. The abilities of the quarterback. And give him the best chance to succeed. Bar none, Ben Johnson definitely one of the greatest offensive coordinators that the Lions have ever had. To Michael Mikes, due to leave, he's swearing to us, unprofessional, good green. Yeah, we definitely, and I mean, I swear a little bit, and I'm trying to cut back, definitely, and but yeah, it's actually is unprofessional to swear. Uh, Sometimes you get too excited and things slip out, or sometimes you go ahead and read comments and you're reading faster than what your brain is thinking, and you don't bleep out certain words like I did, and there was some darn stupid guy that I had to block because we, yeah, we're not going to say exactly what happened, but said I said a word I shouldn't said because I read it, but and it was somebody got me that time, but yeah, we you never know you never know who could be watching, you know, and I'll tell you what, I know a lot of kids have probably heard a lot worse at school and stuff like that, but adults need to be more professional for sure. um so let's see. Okay, I will get that worked out. I will definitely get that worked out. Right now, I I gotta get that set up. But right now you can't donate right now. I'm sorry about it. Uh, believe me, I am. But I do appreciate it. I gotta get things set up with the bank. Okay, Facebook user. I'm gonna take that down. And no, but yeah, I will get my donation thing working sometime soon, for sure. Uh, and that's on. I got tied to my PayPal and stuff like that yet. But I do appreciate it. Actually, eventually, eventually, I will be getting things where I can actually sell some T-shirts and stuff like that too. But I'm not doing it basically for the money, but I do, so things will be priced reasonably and stuff like that too. But thank you guys. It's been over an hour I've been on. But you know what? I'm having fun. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Our good guy, Tim's main, our good guy, Tim's Maniac, is winning all day, every day, and twice on game day. Yes, and you know what? This this weekend, I'll probably be on a lot. Uh, Michigan is going to be getting a very, very, very bad storm. So I do got to work tomorrow. So I don't know how late it's going to be. And the drive will be atrocious from what I hear as far as for the way work goes. But hopefully we'll be able to get out and get things done and start. But this weekend, I finally get a 4-day weekend. All right, I have had for the last 3 weeks, in all of December, I've only had one day off a week, and I'll tell you what, I'm due for uh, a long weekend, so that's great. But I'm going to definitely try to do a show at least every day that weekend. Um, I'm, Christmas and stuff like that. I'm going to try to do one, and Christmas Eve. Tim, you need a Lions foam head. Yeah, you're right. I do. I do. I also need to rehang my flag up over my door there. But yeah, I need a lion foam head, and I need one of those lions, those hands and stuff like that too. You know, for sure. So, do you think the Dolphins are going to be able, Granddaddy the 12? Do you think the Dolphins are going to be able to beat the Packers this week? Because I know for sure you will. You will be able to knock them out of the playoffs if you do. I mean, they got a very, very slight chance. Very, very slight chance of getting in the playoffs because they're even behind us. But if they lose this weekend, then they're all done for sure. All right. Yep, I hope so too. I hope so too because uh, I mean, Packers looked pretty good last week. Uh, they went ahead and they took care of the Rams on Baker Mayfield. So, but still, I mean, that's the Rams. I know Dolphins have not been as strong as they were at the start of the year, but they are still in playoff contention, right? So I sure hope so. Uh, Thank you, everybody. I have been on more than an hour. Uh, but it's so great. This this is just this has just been a great day. I am going to close down the show because I do gotta get some sleep sometime tonight. Uh, but man, it's been real fun. It has been. It's been real fun, and I want to thank you guys, and like I say, yeah, okay. If the Dolphins win out, they are in. Okay. If they win versus the Jets and Patriots, Pats. Okay, we'll put it. Yeah, we'll put it up. They are in. Got to win out to make sure. Exactly. Exactly. More power to them. More power to them. Wouldn't it be something if our teams played each other in the Super Bowl? Okay. Attention, Lion fans. You're awesome. Yeah, you are. Roar. Roar of the Lions, UK. Yeah, they are great group of people, great content creators. United Kingdom, they will host the Super PNP Panthers Nation podcast. Rashawn and Dave show. Cool. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that those hey, they came all the way to the United States last year to go ahead and sing the they were at the Thanksgiving Day game. So that was great. Not this year, but last year. Okay, PNP is one of the YouTube Sports Gold standards of content creators with as any topics they cover not just the Panthers. Please tune in December 22nd at 12:30 p.m. I might do that. I might have to listen to it on the way to work, some part of it, but yeah, I mean, hey, that's great, and that is great, man. That is great, and those guys are awesome, and they're also part of Lions Nation Unite. They are both on the they are on Twitch and they are also on YouTube. So they're Twitch TV, YouTube. I'm sure they're on Facebook and stuff like that. And those guys know their stuff. I know Anthony and Matt have both been, but was on our show on Detroit Lions on the Prowl on Free for All Fridays a lot, and you have seen Anthony and also even Matt on the Lions on Nation Unite show too. So these are people, they're from the UK. Um, I mean, they are really big Lions fans, really, and they do know their football. That's for sure. They know their Lions. So and to be able to be hosting the Panthers Nation podcast, I mean, that just speaks so highly as far as what they're doing. And I'm glad they're collaborating with them. More power to them. Uh, but I do need to get going. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Anybody who's outside this weekend, in this weather. Drive careful. If you don't need to be on the roads, don't be on the roads. But everybody, make sure you're with your families. Enjoy it. But at least check in on your football games. At least if you're especially if you're Lions fans, check in on your football game. I haven't figured out what times I'm going to be doing. I'm definitely going to be doing a Christmas Eve show and a Christmas show. Um, I probably will try to do a pre-game and a post-game show on Christmas Eve. You know, uh, which will be great. Uh, because these Lions, yeah, I mean, and thank you everybody. Please hit. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. Please hit that like button for sure. Subscribe button, please. Shares. Say health. Stay healthy, happy, safe, blessed, blessed, and have a great week. One pride, Detroit. All right. In that, I'm gonna say, go ahead, have fun, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you may celebrate. Celebrate family. Be with your loved ones. That's for sure. This is Tim. This is Maniac Tim, the original Maniac from Maniac Sports, telling everybody to go ahead, enjoy life. Go Lions! Roar! Thank you, everybody.